Hi, I'm Kyler Martin, and I'm here with Rosemary Labeled and Jordan Drudge, both connected to the choir. Rosemary's former choir member and currently, or has helped most recently in coaching, the vocal coaching for the choir. Jordan is a singer in the choir. And Rosemary helped to sing for the children's album, which is what we're here to discuss today. We'll be going back and forth. I'm going to start out with a couple of specific questions for Rosemary, since she not only helped with this, but was one of the ones that kind of got this project rolling. So, Rosemary, could you just take us back to kind of what sparked this idea? Where did this start?
I think the fact that I had children started it. I had, after, I think it was maybe before I had ever had the twins. So I had one child, Aria, who is now 6. So this is quite a few years ago. And as we listened to the We Sing Bible Story songs over and over and over and over, I started saying, wouldn't it be great if there was a choral album of these familiar children's songs? Like that was kind of my real heart, was the songs that every child knows, but sung by a choir, to get that sound into them. So that's kind of what sparked it for me. Eliminated that, and so eventually we came up with the list we had, and took it to recording and hoped that the choir would be on board with it. And I think they were. They acted like they were. So, and we had a lot of fun.
Maybe we'll throw it over to Jordan. So this recording then happened at after our final concert this past summer, recorded on July 17 and 18, a Monday and a Tuesday. So this is like climax of the tour hits. You give it all you got, and then you get up Monday morning with your sore throat and you come to recording. So Jordan, what was it like to get into this recording after the tour? Like, there's both the kind of the maybe the fatigue, but also pretty big shift in style and repertoire.
Yeah, you mentioned sore throats. Many of us were fighting illnesses going into the recording. Even I think the final weekend of tour we were, so that was sort of a challenge. Yeah, the night before the recording started would have been the after party, and so it's kind of I don't know, everybody's reminiscing and then saying their goodbyes and all that. And some of the choir members actually weren't able to help with the children's album, and so they left. And so it's kind of a weird feeling, I guess, going to record again the next day. You're sort of sad that the tour is over, but you're glad that you still have a couple days left of singing together. And um, so yeah, I wasn't sure at first with the children's album. I guess I'm kind of past the stage of singing a lot of children's music, but it was a lot of fun, and just having that many or having 2 extra days of singing with the choir was a lot of fun. It was great.
You're
So,
past children's music for now.
Exactly.
It'll come back to haunt you at some point, even if it's just nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I'm here to give a little piece of evidence for that, Rosemary, because my little son Edmund is almost 5 months old, and as I carry him around the house, I find myself thinking, okay, what's a children's song that I could sing to him? It's like I know children's songs, but they're a little bit rusty, and so I'm really looking forward to an album like this to play and just get back into singing them so they can come out naturally. I find myself like halfway through a familiar children's song and not able to come up with the next verse.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it was for me. They felt really rusty. And it was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Now, Rosemary, tell us what your ideas were here for first two. Tell us what you think.
So my ideas were to use sound effects to mimic wind and rain. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, that's a good idea. To let the sound effects build, and then when you actually get text, they can really build, and then we come back.
Okay, so we'll start. We'll swing it and start getting this going soon after we start. 1, 2.
And listen for the sounds. We start again. And then feel not too much yet. And now you're gonna open up like the thunderstorm. Go on, thunderstorm. Stay lower. Not voices though.
Okay, that's enough for us to play with. Yeah.
Jordan, I'm wondering what are some differences that you notice between working with the regular choral rep and this children's repertoire?
I think one of the main differences is that it's generally a little bit simpler. The music is usually simpler. The text is simpler. In a lot of ways, the rehearsal process that Wendell takes us through is a lot the same. The difference there being the amount of time we have on this children's album. You take each piece and rehearse it, kind of figure out what you're going to do with it on the fly, and then you record it and take however many takes recording. And so with the choral rep, it's memorized, and so there's not a lot of stress involved trying to remember all the things you're going to do as far as interpretation. I think that's one of the biggest differences is just you're having to remember a lot of things on the fly.
In one case, like he's got the whole world in his hands, we had just the melody on the page, and then people were kind of divided up into sections and kind of came up with a harmony. I wasn't there, I believe, when you guys started that. Kind of came up with the harmonies for the sections where we were going to have them, and then we came back and put it together. So lots of creativity there.
He's got the wind and the rain.
one was a lot of fun. Soon and Very Soon. I've Got Peace Like a River. Those were all a lot of fun. And I'm quite happy that Renee Clausen's arrangement of Jesus Loves Me is on this album. I think that's such a good arrangement.
I think it was that specific experience when we could have just kept doing more takes because we were having fun. And then we had to stop and go on to something else. Yeah.
Being there and the listening, one of the songs that I really enjoyed hearing and just experiencing in that kind of concentrated and focused way was Soon and Very Soon. There's a lot of talk in a conservative world about the kingdom and the gospel of the kingdom. And this is really where it's at. We're going to see the king. And it's exciting to, together with our children, look forward to that and have that as a core inspiration, along with the knowledge that Jesus loves us and calls us to him. So yeah, there's some beautiful movement towards Jesus in the whole album.